Good evening from the United States, fellow Africans and fellow Nigerians. My name is Smart Madu Ajaja. I am the convener of Open Nigeria and the anchor of Nigeria Now at ONN and the Nightingale Radio International from Houston, Texas, United States of America. The exigencies of times, especially as it affects Africa, prompted me to do this. We have all been talking about the liberation of Africa. The time is now, and all sorts of things. But we have to have an organized pathway to that liberation. Taking cognizance of the fact that most of our governments, African governments, to be very specific, led by the fake Nigerian government, they are all puppets. And we cannot walk through these puppets. We, the ordinary people, the day-to-day people of Africa, from within Africa and around the world, need an umbrella organization with which to confront the exploiters who have used 5 historic events to rob, ridicule, and denigrate Africa and the African people. I make mention of slavery, imperialism, colonialism, apartheid, and now globalization. And at the end of all, the African people have been at the negative receiving ends. And this is the reason why I decided to create an organization called Exodus Africa. So what I'm trying to do here is to rally the people of Africa. As you listen to me, you see the link to the group. Please join and share this with every patriotic African, in fact, every African, of this generation, so that we can create that awareness and fashion out plans on how to deal with what is to come. You can see from what is happening right now, Imperial Europe is not ready to let go of Africa without a fight. You see what is taking place in Niger. The people of Niger had asked France to leave their country, but they don't want to leave. They are still maintaining about 1,500 soldiers on the sovereign territory of Niger. And it's the same thing they are doing everywhere. In Ivory Coast, in Congo, in Cameroon, and everywhere across Africa. They have no right to build military. Imperial Europe and America has no right to have their military bases all over Africa. Protecting what? They are not protecting us. We are not under those type of threats. If any, they are the threats. They represent the threats that we face today because of their hunger for African raw materials, for which they pay us nothing, for which they give us nothing. We have the raw materials that fuels their industries, grow their economy, that develop their places, but we are the poorest people on earth, 1.4 billion people. If we have to rise up, we have to rise up in an organized fashion. We have to be purpose-driven. We have to be strategic, and we have to be deliberate. That is what this message is about. Please join this Exodus Africa movement so we can organize a pathway of addressing our immediate issue, the liberation, the total liberation, the freedom, the independence, the re-independence of Africa as envisioned by our forefathers who dreamed about the United States of Africa with one economy, one currency, one leadership, with open borders, and above all, one army. This is what Imperial Europe is scared of. They don't want to see us unite, like Bob Marley said. And you know what Bob Marley said? He said, free Africa now. Because if Africa is not free, the world will not be free. And that prophecy is about to come true. And that is why we Africans must unite, set aside all those fake and artificial boundaries that they created for us. the economic religions they gave to us, with which we have been destroying ourselves, while they are digging up our minerals and giving us nothing back in return. Please join the Exodus Africa movement. Let us build it together, expand it, and put faces behind it, put structures across Africa behind it, so we can move from there to confront those who don't want to leave us alone, who have no respect for our humanity, who have no respect for human dignity, who have denigrated us all our lives, over 1,000 years that we have in contact with them. We have always been seen as and treated us as second-class citizens of the world. The time to end that is now. God bless you, and God bless Africa.